Devin Haney sat down on camera and said something that most fighters in his position would never admit out loud. He said the Garcia fight made him a better fighter. Not the win, the experience of going through it, the weight cheating, the failed test, all of it. But here's what nobody's asking. If Haney privately considers himself undefeated because Garcia came in overweight and tested positive, why does he still want the rematch? And what does his answer tell us about whether this fight is actually going to happen? Because in this conversation, the real truth slips out, not in the headlines, but in the specific things Haney chooses to say and the things he very carefully doesn't.
And that's Teofimo, that's Shady. And since we have Devin with us here, Devin the Dream, why not introduce a new segment, we figured, where we guess what Devin the Dream Haney's dreamt up for his dream card in 2026. What do you got?
The first fight, anyway.
Okay, wait, this is how we're gonna do it. Wait, before we go on. Just matchups Devin wants to see happen, okay? This is no politics, this is not what might happen, you're gonna name the fighter first, okay? We're gonna try and guess the opponent, so let me stop you there, that's my fault. Okay, first up, you say the first name, we'll guess the opponent, we'll see who gets it right.
Anyway.
Bam. Bam. It's got to be Bam.
Bam.
Right?
Okay.
Who we got?
Okay.
Bam.
In a way.
Is it Bam?
Yeah. Who do we got? Let's reveal it.
I'm good at this type of stuff right
Boy,
here.
they're milking it. All right, you reveal it, Devin. There it is.
Okay.
Bam Rodriguez. That's no big surprise.
Okay, this next one, a disclaimer. It was before this weekend. It was before this weekend.
Before this weekend, all right.
So David Benavidez.
Okay.
Bivol.
David Benavidez.
I'm good at this type of stuff.
I mean, for me, it would be better Biev.
Okay, that's
but it could be him, it could be Bivol, it could be
Who you got?
Bivol, okay. So who do we got?
All right, you guys aren't going to guess
Bivol,
this
yeah,
one.
okay,
You
got
guys
it.
not going to guess this
I do
one.
this type
All
of
right,
stuff.
who's the first one?
Canelo.
Oh, man.
Y'all not going to guess it?
Canelo?
Benavidez.
No?
Nope, I got one for you. Canelo?
Damn.
Did he fight this week? Did the other dude fight this week?
No.
Okay. You go, let Max go for next.
Oh, man. You got me on this.
A dream fight?
A dream fight?
For
No,
Canelo.
like today fights that I want to see happen.
But the guy's like known and all that, right?
Yeah, he's known.
Okay.
He's known.
Like, does he gotta go up?
Shiraz.
Oh! Okay, oh, it gotta be the glasses, baby.
Final matchup. Who's the first fighter, Devin?
Pick.
Come on, man. Me.
Oh,
Let me see.
It's gotta be Ryan,
Ryan,
man. He
gotta
wants
be
to
Ryan.
get back. He wants to get
Gotta
his
be
lick
Ryan.
back.
Gotta get that
Ryan,
get back. I
gotta
need
be-
that get
gotta
back.
be Ryan.
I need that get
Gotta
back.
be
Ryan.
come on.
Devin, let's see.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? And Ryan was sitting in your chair for many shows on this show. Ryan's our guy, but he did come after the fight. He did test for PEDs, and he did come in over the weight, right, and all that stuff. And you didn't have the next day win and all those things. The fact is, if I'm Devin Haney, I'm thinking I'm an undefeated fighter because that wasn't a fair fight. And you could say whatever you want to say on the record, but you still had to go through that experience, the psychological and emotional like trauma for a dude who's never lost as a pro.
Yeah.
The fact that it takes the shine off for people because you can't make them forget what happened, right?
Yeah.
What does that feel like for you?
Yeah, it was a tough experience for me, but you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I feel like it brought the best out of me. It made me a better fighter. You know, I was able to learn a lesson and it not count on my record. You know, I learned so much in that fight about myself, what I was lacking, what I needed to get back.
He said he's lucky.
He's lucky.
No, but he cheated at the end of the day. You know,
he's cheating.
Yeah, word.
Notice what Haney just did there. He didn't lead with anger. He didn't lead with grievance. He used the word learned twice. That is not accidental. That is a fighter who has processed this loss in a very specific, controlled way and decided the public version of his response would focus on growth, not victimhood. But then it slips out. He cheated at the end of the day. One sentence, not elaborated on, not performed, just stated as a quiet personal fact he's made peace with. That's not a promotional line. That's what a man actually believes when the cameras aren't supposed to be on. So the real question becomes, is the rematch about revenge or is it about something else entirely? Because the way Haney frames his desire for Garcia tells you a lot about what's really driving this, and it's not what most people assume.
He lost fair and square.
That's why I'm like, damn.
Hey, wait. The thing about Ryan is crazy. I love, like, he's entertaining, but, like, he won this fight, and then, like, he comes at everybody. Now Crawford ain't that good. Boots is not like that. Shakur Stevens is not that. It's like, we got to see Ryan get somebody that's legit.
Well, hold on. Should we really be giving Ryan advice? Because Ryan Garcia has 10 million social media followers.
Yeah, that's nice.
Has made ridiculous dough and is criticized by some people for not fighting enough top fighters. Although I'll say this, he kind of set it off by trying to make the Tank fight. He was the driving force. He was the guy looking for a big fight, and then guys started fighting each other. I give him credit for that. But he clearly knows how to promote himself, right? Like, on the merits, does Ryan deserve to be mentioned with you guys?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
He does.
Yeah, I think so.
A fight with Ryan Garcia.
Like mention, like what do you like when you say mention? What does that mean?
In other words,
He's popular.
In other words,
you know?
by the eye test, because of his speed and power.
It's
And then he also is charismatic and everything, but speed and power makes people think he's one of those different kind of fighters. Shady is skeptical. Or what do you think?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that he deserves to be mentioned. It's his best win, Mario Barrios. Yeah, that's his best win, right?
Right, well, people would say Devin Haney, but as you said,
Luke Campbell was probably a good one.
Luke Campbell's a really good one.
I think, but that wasn't for a title, right?
No.
Yeah, so.
But he beat an Olympian and
But
he
see,
knocked
this
him
is
out.
the thing, though. I think you're putting like
Olympic gold
popularity with like real boxing resumes. They got
Yeah, that's why I said you gotta tell
crazy
us which-
boxing resumes. Dude, when nobody would speak Lomachenko's name, he did. Not only did he call him and his pops said we want to fight him, and then beat him.
And then beat him.
And then dump. So my thing is when we
And then
start
beat
talking about
Lomachenko. People don't
Come
know
on,
what that is.
bro.
And then Devin eventually beat
then he
Lomachenko.
beat him.
Yeah.
So when you say mention with, he's more popular than them. Respectfully,
I think-
he got 10 million. He got 10
Yeah.
million. When we talk about boxing and all that, I don't know. You should mention his name with their names.
But I think in this time of modern day era boxing right now, it's leaning towards that popularity. It's leaning towards that engagement with fans. And you see him on streams now and everything of that nature. So he's helping the sport evolve to a different point. And whoever faces
This is where Haney's answer gets genuinely interesting, because when he says Garcia deserves to be mentioned with the elite, he's not being generous, he's being strategic. If Garcia is elite, the rematch matters. If Garcia is overhyped, the rematch is a step down. Haney needs Garcia to be credible. And the Lomachenko reference is the most underrated line in this entire segment. Haney is essentially saying, I've already done the hard version of this. I called out the boogeyman when nobody else would. Garcia calling out people on Twitter is not the same as what I actually built my name on. But then, the panel pushes back with a comparison nobody saw coming, and it lands differently when you understand the specific athletic argument being made about Garcia, because there's something the panel spotted about Garcia that goes beyond the record.
him is going to gain that access.
And I'll say this also, like, Tank Davis was also mentioned there, and Tank did beat Ryan fair and square, right? Although that was Ryan coming down and, like, draining himself.
He drained him down.
But still,
For real.
who are Tank's best wins again? Like, Tank has beaten some good fighters.
His resume is
in
way
some-
better than Ryan's, though.
But what I'm saying is it's not yours or,
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah,
yours,
sure.
right? It's not. But we still mention Tank, and part of it is the eyeball test. Like, part of it is like you put your eyes on a guy. Yeah, you could say Ryan's feet aren't good enough or this or that, whatever, but there's something athletically different about Ryan. If I think about the best left hooks I've seen in recent years, his is one of them.
I know, but it's one thing, you got to go out there and do the sport. I like to use Terrence Crawford. I all thought he was a special fighter. But he didn't start getting his just dues until some of them fighters fought him. And when he fought him, he whooped on him. So my thing is, what are we judging this off of? Like popularity?
Well, no, this is what I'll say, Shady.
Oh, how good you
Sometimes you
look?
can put your eyes on someone, and he's incredible athletically, but he's a special teamer, right? But he's a real good special teamer. Like,
I don't
Devin
like- no.
Hester was a special teamer,
but I'm
but
not
he's
a-
real good.
But you gonna put him with Randy Moss?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
I can't do that.
But he is a known name. You know, he's
Devin
a
Hester's
weapon.
Got a point.
He's my
got a
favorite.
point.
He's one of
Got
my
a
favorites, but I'm
point.
not playing with Dion and all these other, like, Ryan looks good, but we need to see him fight some of these dudes. Same thing with Tank. Tank got the whole culture fool. Oh my God, until we see you fight some top tier dudes. Boots is from Philly. I love Boots.
Yep.
But I think he's one of the top tier dudes, but I can't put him in the
So your
names.
favorite team has to punt, and it winds up in that special team or kick returner's hands, and you're like,
I gotta
no,
see it.
not him. Yeah, him, and then you lose the game.
Do y'all care about that? Like, actually, like, looking good and actually going out there and beating these dudes?
Yeah, no, I mean that's what it's about.
matters.
I want to
That's
fight
boxing.
the best fighters in the world and beat the best fighters in the world because I want my name to live on, not because I was popular, because I'm just great. I'm a great fighter.
And you'd like to get rich in the process. Why not? It's
Yeah,
prize
well,
fighting.
I'm not having a problem with that. So
Yeah, right, exactly.
that's-
Exactly. And by the way, if anyone deserves it, it's fighters like this.
Thank you.
By the way, of any athlete in any sport, they deserve it more. Coming up,
That last line from Haney is the one nobody's clipping. Not because I'm popular, because I'm a great fighter. That is a direct shot at everything Ryan Garcia has built his brand on. Haney is drawing a line in public between legacy and visibility, and he's saying very clearly which side of that line he wants to be on. The Devin Hester analogy from the panel is also sharper than it sounds. A special teamer can be electric, can change games, can be your favorite player to watch, and still not be your starting wide receiver when it counts. That's the ceiling the panel is quietly placing on Garcia until he proves otherwise. So after all of this, the trauma admission, the resume debate, the legacy declaration, does the rematch actually happen? Haney said what he wanted. Garcia is calling out everyone post-Haney win. But wanting a fight and making a fight are two completely different things in boxing, and that gap is exactly where this story gets complicated. Most channels will give you the surface read on this. Haney wants the rematch, Garcia's the next fight. We just gave you what's actually being said underneath it, the psychology, the framing, the legacy argument Haney is quietly building while everyone else is watching the Instagram beef. If that's the level of breakdown you want to keep coming back to, subscribe right now. This is the channel that covers boxing the way fighters actually talk about it, not the press conference version. Hit the notification bell so you catch every drop as this story develops. And there's a video already queued on your screen right now. It connects directly into everything we just discussed. Watch it next. You won't regret it.